Toledo Express, also, I read on the website, we have over 200 destinations now available through Toledo Express. So we're, going all over Florida. We're heading to Chicago. Did I also see now Dallas is going to be a possibility?
Well, we're certainly working on Dallas, Eddie. We have had numerous discussions with the airline industry, and particularly as it relates to Dallas, having discussions with American Airlines. And we recently applied for a small community air service grant that American Airlines supported that grant. And if we were successful in that grant, we believe that we can continue to work with American Airlines and bring a route directly to Dallas on board. We currently have servicing our airport, American Airlines, as you mentioned, through Chicago, as well as through Charlotte. And we have Allegiant Airlines that service several Florida locations, St. Pete, Clearwater, Punta Gorda, as well as Sanford, Orlando. And through those means, and particularly with the network airline, American Airlines, you can certainly get to Chicago and get to Charlotte and get to the over 200 destinations worldwide. So we're happy about that. We're not content. We're going to continue to work on developing additional service for the airport. Just last week, I spent some time in Savannah, Georgia, meeting with airline representatives, talking up Eugene F. Kranz, Toledo Express Airport. Prior to that, I was in Biloxi a month earlier, and next month, we will have, again, direct conversations with airlines. We work diligently all the time, working with airlines, working with our airline consulting group to ensure that we're in position to capitalize and to gain new service. And we're also talking to the community. We're going through an airport study right now. We're trying to get a gauge from the community of where the interest would be on traveling, when traveling will regain as a result of going through the COVID pandemic, sure. And how that has changed with businesses. But we want to be in position, certainly as the business community and others are regaining their travel means, to be in position to service them. And we hear from airlines all the time that, they want to ensure that communities are supporting what you have existing in their service before they begin to start thinking about new service. So we've got to continue to ensure we have load factors that are in the high 80s and 90%.
Sure.
All of the airlines look at that data before determining what they should do with respect to new service. So we're going to continue to work on that. We know that's a key component of the airport and ensuring continued growth through that means as well.
Well, as someone who's had the pleasure to be able to fly out of Toledo Express, parking is easier, getting around the facility is easier, getting to your gate is easier. There's a huge time savings. So any opportunity that we have to be able to fly out of Toledo is all right by me. I think they do a fantastic job.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So one thing that maybe people don't know that the Port Authority is involved in is you guys had a record year for loans for financing. And when you think of the Port Authority, if you have some knowledge, financing may be not the first thing that you think of when you think of what the Port Authority is able to do for the community.
Yeah, that is correct. We're finding as we continue to do engagements in the community and talk to many of the constituents out there, they are amazed at the things that we're doing, whether it's seaport related, the maritime activities, the building management, the aviation, as well as the financing program. And our financing program that's been basically in place since 1988. We've been providing financing through several different means. We administer the SBA 504 program for small businesses that has been very successful for private sector businesses. We also administer the state of Ohio's 166 program for small businesses, particularly focusing on manufacturing, distribution, and wholesaling activity industries. We also provide we have a bond fund, and bond fund is a mechanism that provides access to capital for larger entities, both on the public and private side, where we're able to go out to the capital markets and issue bonds to help fund fixed asset projects for private sector as well as public sector entities. As you alluded to last year, we had a record year in our financing programs, both in the closing of our small business loan activity, as well as our bond fund, which has a internationally known credit rating of A-, which provides access to capital for businesses as if they were a strong investment grade entity. And we were fortunate enough to do over $40 million in bond fund activity. We provided access to capital for ProMedica Health Systems and the construction of a new facility on the Anthony Wayne Trail. We provided financing for Lourdes University in their residential housing project. We helped a group called Help Partners of Western Ohio that bought the former Girl Scout location on Collinwood Boulevard that now will be doing healthcare for low-income communities. We provided funding for the downtown hotel, the former, the name eludes me right now, but the former hotel that the Lucas County is working with a private developer that provided what we call PACE, energy efficiency financing for, and a number of projects that help communities and help economic development and help create jobs for the community. So we're proud of the bond fund. We're proud of our small business lending opportunities. We have a dedicated staff. And I mentioned all of these things. I think it's important to know we have dedicated staff members that have been working for years in these particular spaces, particularly as it relates to, on the airfield. We have, staff members and with a great deal of experience. We have on building management team members, as well as on a financing team that has over 70 years of experiences collectively to be able to foster these activities to help move the community forward. So we're pretty happy about that success. We're pretty happy about the ability to help the community, and there's just so much more to do. And we know that certainly opportunities will present themselves as we continue to move forward, and as we see a lot of great opportunities in downtown and development downtown. We're happy to be a part of that development. We're happy to see the development outside of downtown, whether it's the Port of Toledo, whether it's in our Overland Industrial Park, the former Jeep facility off of I-75 there, and some of the other initiatives that are taking place. We're really happy to be a part of that. And, I have a group of colleagues that just love what they do. I mean, they're passionate about waking up in the morning and going to bed at night, really moving the community forward, doing the development piece. Just the professionals that are just really into their craft and want to see the community move forward.